The Scent of Water. Part 1. Dry Bones. The road to Bethel Springs hadn't seen a fresh tire tread in years. Zora slowed her SUV as the cracked two-lane dissolved into a ribbon of dust and red clay. Weeds clawed at the shoulders like the land was trying to reclaim itself, inch by inch. The GPS had given up 5 miles ago, blinking helplessly in the corner of her dashboard. She didn't need it. The way back had always been in her blood. A rusted green sign welcomed her with chipped white letters. Welcome to Bethel Springs, a town built on faith. Someone had spray painted a second line below, now buried in it. Zora cut the engine. Silence pressed in. No crickets, no birds. Just the wind moving dry air like it was sweeping dust off a long-forgotten altar. The town looked smaller than she remembered. Storefronts leaned into each other like elders in prayer. Zora cut the engine. The schoolhouse windows were boarded up, its playground rusted to silence. But the church, Bethel Springs Missionary Baptist, stood untouched. White clapboard, faded to bone gray. Steeple slightly tilted. Bell rope still dangling. Zora parked beside the parsonage. She paused before getting out. The air carried a metallic scent, iron and lilac, familiar and wrong all at once. Inside the parsonage, everything was still. A thin coat of dust blanketed the furniture like snow that never melted. Her grandmother's chair sat by the window, cushions sun-bleached and cracked. Air passed, cracked, added to us. The cedar chest at the foot of the bed was locked, just as it had been the day Eula May passed. Zora placed her bag down slowly. The floor creaked beneath her, but the sound echoed back with a weight that didn't match her steps. She turned toward the church. It stood like it had always waited. The doors, though weather-worn, opened with ease. Zora stepped into the sanctuary, rolled into the sanctuary, and so, after going to a man waiting. Light streamed through stained glass windows, warped and beautiful, casting pale blues and dusty purples onto the wooden pews. She ran her hand along the back of one. Dry, but not dusty. At the front of the sanctuary sat a baptismal bowl. It was carved from dark stone, deep as a cradle. Empty, but clean. She frowned. No spider webs, no leaves, just a faint ring at the base, like water had been there. Recently, she set up her equipment outside near the foundation. 3 soil sensors, a portable humidity reader, her notebook. She logged the first anomaly within 10 minutes. Soil moisture here is 18.3%, elevated beyond expected for surface trout. Capillary rise unlikely at this elevation. She chalked it up to an underground spring, maybe a fractured aquifer. Nothing supernatural. Just science doing what it always did, surprising the people who thought they understood it. I know. No. Still, something about the numbers felt off. The data didn't settle. As the sun dipped low, Zora stood by the church steps, staring at the ground. A single drop of water hit her cheek. She looked up. The sky was cloudless. That night, she dreamed of humming her grandmother's voice, slow and rich, the kind of melody that didn't need lyrics, just presence. Zora woke at 3:16 a.m. The room was still, except for the trunk. The cedar chest now sat open at the foot of the bed. Inside, a white baptismal robe, neatly folded, half-stitched. Her name was sewn into the collar, but the last letter was missing. On the floor beside her boots, a ring of dampness darkened the old wood. She hadn't cried. She hadn't spilled anything. But the water had come. Outside, the wind had stopped. The stars were cold. The land was too quiet. Zora walked the perimeter of the church one last time before sunrise. At the edge of the woods, she stopped. Something pale poked through the dirt. Maybe a root, maybe a bone. She didn't touch it. Instead, she whispered to no one, "This land is thirsty, but it remembers water."